Hello and welcome to another free code session. My name is Jason Bach and I'm going to continue on with this stuff. I'm trying to figure out what to do with these this, because I don't think it's true anymore that you could even say like a public interface BB. And then you could say public void R and a protected void QQ and a private void XX or whatever. So private's let's declare body because it's marked. So you can have a method, it just has to have an implementation. So I think the rules for interface do not apply anymore. It just, if you're one of these, well, you can't do a constructor. But do I even care that you're on an interface? Because it wouldn't be on an interface either. I think if you're basically any of these, then the default is private. And it does not matter if you're on an interface anymore. Else we're just going to return default. Or false. There. It's just that simple. Alright. So is there any commonality between this stuff? Well, we can constantly take this checkout and just say if, and it's got to be one of these cases that we know of. Seems a little weird, but that's okay. There. Now I think what I can also do here is say return if the parent is null, that, else, that. And then get rid of this. Same thing here. Basically just shrinking it up a bit. We could say here okay. Because if you did two modifiers, and the only case that would be is if you did protected internal, which is not a default. All right, so then we say here are modifiers except, I know that's my style, I'm sticking to it. So we got that here now. Now the only thing we need to do here is implement the rule. So let's take this and just put it in here for now. If this to provide this dot data provide it. What is the largest of the three? Is greater than or equal to this dot data provided default and this dot data provided not default is greater than or equal to this dot data not provided. Okay, so that's the first case. If this dot data provided default is greater than or equal to this dot data not provided, then value is equal to omit if default. Oh, always. Else value is equal to else if this data provided default is greater than or equal to this data not provided default, value is equal to always else if this data not, if I ever wanted the VB with, I could put a with this data around all this, but that's like the one thing, one of the few features. In fact, I think that's the only feature from VB that I sometimes wish I had in C#, which is a with. But yeah, I'm trying to think of why. I think it's been requested, and I don't know why it's ever not been done. There is a, like, with is already something that you can use. No, when something. I think with is something, yeah. Anyway, else if not provided is greater than or equal to this dot data provided not default plus this dot data provided default, value equals never. Else if this dot data not provided default is greater than or equal to a provided not default, value equals always. Else value equals omit if default. And I'm going to make constants out of these because I think that's just, and there we go. And then we just say that. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, there we go. That's what I meant to do. There we go. We don't need that anymore. Well, what was that? Oh, yeah. Okay. I really want to delete this comment, but at the same time, there's a part of me that wants to keep it in, for now at least. Setting always. and then never. And then emit if default. Okay. Okay, so now I don't have any errors anymore in this code, but I guarantee you I'm going to have errors if I build everything. Probably in the tests, because there's tests around this, and it's going to say, you're stupid. Yeah. That one was easy. But now we're only got 42 errors, yeah. Really? All right. Yeah, now I got a whole bunch of tests to build up. Well, the first thing I want to do is get tests around this, because that's I don't need to say test fixture, right? That, yeah. So to create default, that would now get, holy crap. Verify hash codes? Oh, yeah. Okay, well, yeah, okay. That's it. Total occurrences, not provided occurrences. Provided default occurrences. That's one test down. Create default. That's smart enough? Yeah, it is. Okay. I think, yeah, I need to say default of uint here, not default of object, because that doesn't make sense. Okay. Add. Did I provide an add? I don't know if I did. Yeah, I did. Okay. I'm using a mouse because I think it's faster in this case. There we go. Okay. Add with null. No, don't care about that. Get settings with jeez. I'm gonna have to figure out all the cases, but that's why we add tests. Oh, I put all the logic there. Yeah. That makes a heck of a lot more sense. That doesn't... That's why it's an act. Okay. So, get setting. Where did I put this? Public string get setting. String name. Severity. I was questioning myself. I'm like, there we go. Okay, and then over here, except that's what I wanted. That's why I need that here. Oh, come on. There we go. Come on, what's the problem? Oh. There we go. Okay. 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 Let's see if I can just get 2 tests in that kind of start to lay the foundation here. Okay. With X, because I don't know what X should be. We want this to be greater than equal, doesn't really matter, provided not default occurrences to when. So we'll say here 3. And default occurrences is 2 and not is 1. So provider default occurrences is 2. This is 1. And then just to be fair, that should be 6. Okay. So that ain't true. Yeah, we have to. Okay. We need how many cases are we going to need here? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think 7 more cases. With provider not default. It's, over provider that's, yeah. So in this case, what it would be is now I don't shoot. I guess you could always pass in a severity. Really? I'm not quite convinced of that. Yeah, I guess whatever the severity was. All right. So, we are at time, and I'm not nearly really done with this, but I'm in the testing phase. So, I have to do the job thing. I have to actually build now. So, I'm going to have to stop for this for now and hit this later because, you know, the one thing I should do, though, is this doesn't build yet. But rewriting plus adding tests. Because then I have all that work in the branch, which is good. Okay, maybe tonight I'll do another episode or two going through all these tests, updating things, and I mean, I feel like I'm getting closer. It's just, you know, I don't want to say busy work, and I still have to really put my head around this, and let's just do this one more time. If you don't put the modifier in, it means you prefer never, which is true. I don't want to put the modifier in. Then I have two other cases, which I provide it. If I provide it and it's default, it means I like omit if default less. If I provide it, but it's not the default, I make omit if default more. So if provided not default is the largest. Okay, that means the number of times I provided the default, I didn't, then it means I always like to do it. Otherwise, it means I favor omitting it if default. Otherwise, if I provide the default is over not provided default, then it probably means yes, I still always want to put in a modifier. Else, if not provider is greater than both of them, then it means I usually never want to put it in. Otherwise, if that wasn't, those are two, they're still over that. If provided default, then otherwise, yeah, I think that's about as good as it's going to get. So that is all for right now. I may do some episodes tonight. We will see how I feel, because I got up really early today to work on this, to do these episodes. So we may or may not come back to this later tonight. Maybe I'll do an early one tomorrow. We'll see, but that is all I'm going to do for right now. Thank you all for watching. Leave comments and questions below. See you in the next episode.